If you're going to be a brain warrior and be armed and prepared to win the fight of your life, you don't have time not to eat healthy. But we understand that you need to keep it simple, and many of you need an example getting started. So let me show you an average day of eating in my life. One of the most common questions I get when I am coaching people is, I don't actually know how to put this into play. What does a typical day of eating like a brain warrior look like? We want you to be able to do more in a day, get more done, not have to focus all of your attention on your food. We know it's going to take a little bit of extra time just to sort of put it together in your head at first. It's not hard, it's just a new way of thinking. But let me just show you what I do in a day, because seeing it sometimes is worth, what do they say? A picture's worth 1,000 words. Just seeing how someone does it sometimes can really help you get started. So my day starts early. I start at about 6 a.m. and I always start by watering my brain. Your brain is 80% water. You want to start with hydration. So I start with warm lemon water and I add some ginger to it. There's no magic number. I put about, a tablespoon or so of lemon juice and about a teaspoon of grated ginger. Next, I usually have a smoothie because I'm in a hurry. So being that I'm in a hurry, I like fast food. So Warrior Fast Food is a smoothie. I've got several other really quick breakfasts, and that's one of my tips to you. Make sure you have 3 breakfasts that you can make in 5 minutes or less. I've got a number of these in the new cookbook, the Brain Warrior's Way cookbook, recipes that can be made in 5 minutes or less. Then at about probably 10 o'clock, 10:30, I want my first snack. So one of the keys to success, don't let yourself get too hungry. So I usually have a big bowl of chopped veggies with some hummus or guacamole, some sort of healthy fat, because that's going to tie you over. We want you to eat protein and healthy fat throughout the day, because that's going to send the signal to your brain that you've eaten and you're full. Then lunch. This is another one of my secrets to success. I don't plan a big fancy lunch. I've got lots of strategies for making lunch quick. My number one strategy is to have leftovers. Whatever I had the night before is what I'm having for lunch the next day. I always make sure that I make extra of whatever I'm making for dinner, and I either freeze it or make sure that I have it packed and ready to go. I immediately put it in my little lunch containers so that I can put it in my lunch box right then. Put it in the refrigerator, and I'm ready to go for lunch. Then later in the afternoon, I have another snack, sometime around 2:30 or 3. I'm gonna have a hard-boiled egg for men, sometimes 2 hard-boiled eggs. So a hard-boiled egg, maybe a piece of fruit. If you are insulin resistant or diabetic, you might not wanna have fruit. You might wanna have something else, maybe a few nuts or something like that, or a salad. But I'll have this. My other option in place of that type of a snack, and this is, again, an example of preparing ahead. This is my grainless, low glycemic blueberry muffin. There's like very little sugar in these, and most of it comes from the blueberries. And the reason I like these is because I can make a whole big tray of them and freeze them. They're great for breakfast, they're great for snacks, and they're grain-free. So they're high fat, but low sugar. Again, fat is your friend. So I really like to have those for a snack as well. So that would be my afternoon snack. Dinner. So what I happen to have right now is a Bison Burger. My recipe for Bison Burger, it's got lots of veggies, lots of color, right? And I'll usually have a side vegetable along with that. And I have 2 sauce options to go along with Bison in the new cookbook. Actually, there's about 13 different condiments for replacements to help you be successful. One of them that I really like on the Bison is my aioli sauce, and the other one is my blueberry barbecue sauce. I know it sounds weird, it's delicious, and it's low glycemic. So it's a great replacement for traditional sugar-laden barbecue sauce. And it's just got that really different sort of flavor to it. Amazing and good for your brain. And I'm not gonna do without dessert. We don't expect you to do without dessert, but we do want you to have a dessert that is thoughtful, that's going to help increase your focus, your energy, your moods. So I, tonight, am gonna have some Nutty Buttercups. These are 2 ingredients, so they tend to be around my house a lot. So that is my average day of eating, and I will just swap out these dishes, obviously, for other dishes, but most of the recipes in my new cookbook, the Brain Warrior's Way cookbook, are really simple. You can go to Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or even your local bookstore and pre-order it now so you can be successful in becoming a brain warrior.